Hello everyone, and welcome to Lord of the Rings: Return to Moria. This is going to be episode 1. I had a little bit of a problem with my recording of what I tried to be the first episode. So here we are in the Elven Quarter. We've got a little bit of a base set up and kind of the basics ready to go on the day of the 20th, right at dawn. So we kind of just have all the basics set up, and we did set up in the Great Forge of Narvi here in the Elven Quarter. You can see we've got that going. Put all 3 of the pieces back in to repair the forge and have that up and running. Plus we've got kind of our basic workstations set up here as well. And then we've got a little armory over here. So we've got armor stand, weapon rack, and chest. And then our library is opposite, which we haven't found a whole lot of scrolls or tomes yet, but we've started to kind of fill up our bookshelves there. But right now we are going to go ahead and take advantage of it being the beginning of the day, and we're going to come up here and repair all of our equipment, and then we are going to head down into the mines. We've already unlocked the recipes for steel ingots as well as copper and bronze, so we are going to go down and we're going to try and get as much iron ore, copper and tin as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump off some of this stuff, which it might be best for me to just go ahead and build another chest as long as I have the resources here. Now we're gonna place it up here with our other smithing resource chests, and we're just gonna dump the rest of our crafting materials in here. So the metal fragments, the coal, all of these gems, the stone we're going to keep on us, and that's it. We don't have any wood fragments, so we're going to leave those all there. I always forget that it drops items onto our hotbar as well, so we're going to leave those there. Alright, and we are going to go ahead and grab up this roasted meat and head out into the mine. We do have a small forward outpost set up there with just the hearth and a couple walls set up, but none of the actual crafting areas yet. So we're gonna possibly work on putting down some of the storage stuff for the ores, and if we can get away from this wolf, we're not gonna bother with fighting him, though he might track us for quite a while, so we might end up just killing him to get him from following us. See.
Quiet. I see prey ahead.
Now, while we're down here, we're also gonna keep an eye out for bat dung and some of the oats, so that way we can start building farming plots, and also we can brew some more of the evening ale, which gives us a boost to energy, gives us this high spirits. That was actually from singing the song. When you equip this barrel, you can start singing a song that gives you a buff, as well as drinking the ale from it. But we're gonna head down into the mine, and we're gonna try and mine up as much as possible. We're gonna try and also find the blueprint to make the higher quality axe as our pickaxe as well, so that we can mine up some of that silver And also, I found another resource. I believe it was granite, some kind of granite that we couldn't mine through yet. So we're gonna hopefully find that pickaxe and be able to upgrade. Now I believe these areas here where the light is shining in are the best areas to put your farming plots down. I believe they require more sunlight to grow faster. So we'll definitely be looking at doing that here in the future as well. So we can start kind of growing more of these oats here that are going to be required for our ale. And also we're just going to kind of rebuild over these steam vents, since this is where our base is, right over there, and we don't want to be constantly damaged by these all the time. So we're just gonna go ahead and build over them. Now I don't know if they last forever, or if it's gonna be something we have to do regularly. But you can see here, this is where we've started to build our forward outpost here. We've got the hearth down, but we haven't rebuilt any of the crafting benches in here yet. And also, we haven't unlocked that chest either. But we're going to go ahead and head this way and see if we can't find some different ores. We're going to pick up those natural fibers there. So this here are 2 pillars of copper. But we're going to go ahead and see if we can't just explore a little deeper, see what all we can find down here. I'm going to also grab these little mushrooms while we're at it. We're also going to keep a lookout for fallen dwarves, and hopefully we'll be able to collect those. And there's a memorial to the fallen dwarves that you can build, and then I'd like to see what that gives us as well. I'm assuming it's going to give us some kind of inspired buff, similar to like what the ale gives you. Now this here is the granite, the Araz granite, that also requires that stronger pickaxe to be able to break through. So definitely have to remember that that is there. I believe this here is silver ore. Yep, also requires stronger pickaxe. And this is tin, which we need to make the bronze. And this is just rock, so we can go ahead and dig through here, and this should open up another area for us here.
We got orcs!
Orcs. Let's see if we can't take him out. There we go. 1 orc, not too bad on his own. Pretty simple to take him out. Now we do have a goal of reaching the gate to Durin's Highway. So we might go ahead and head that direction first, just to see what we can find down here. unfortunately is taking a moment for the next area to kind of load in as we go. I believe that's iron, possibly? Ah, copper. Okay. We're gonna keep on heading in. And over here it looks like we have some statues. Definitely want to... Oh, cave bear. Let's see if he's gonna bother us or not. Okay, we're definitely gonna rebuild these stone statues whenever we find them, because they unlock different tools, weapons, and armor. So that gave us the last Alliance Mall, or gave us a fragment of the blueprint. So we go and get a couple more of those, and then we'll be able to craft that with whatever resources. And here we have iron ore. I'm going to go ahead and collect this, because we'll need this for our steel.
Take with you this my one true love. Take with you this sad she. One pearl as pure as northern light, to prove my love to thee.
And I love this feature of the game. I love how talkative our dwarves are. Just hearing them talk about different things they see and singing the songs, and I just really love that feature. Alright, we're gonna come down here, and I have 59 stone, so I should have enough to go ahead and build this next statue. Yep, only takes 20, so we're gonna go ahead and rebuild this one as well. Ah, airborne ringmail. Nice. Okay. Unfortunately, this bear is kind of right in the way, so I think we're going to go ahead and kill him.
I need a better weapon for this.
He keeps telling me he needs a better weapon, but I've definitely killed some of these cave bear in the past, and I have... My armor does stop a good amount of damage, so... When he does that slam, you definitely have to get out of the way, though. The slam will hurt you. Doing my charge-up attack definitely seems like the best method of taking these guys out. But I think we have reached the gate to Durin's Highway here. And again, we're gonna get to talk to our little raven companion. He's gonna point us for the next quest.
Arik, it is good to see you. Every path has led to more curses.
Curses on all roads, even on upper levels.
Durin's beard, what evil is this?
Evil. Shadows. Ill news. There is a way. Ancient way. Down. Down in the deeps. A risk, but a way to the eastern stairs.
Oh, the old pilgrim road from myth. It is real. Then we have a plan. Thank you, Arik.
I will scout to the eastern stairs. Fly well, dwarf.
Alright, there you have it. We're going deeper. Deeper down. I'm assuming eventually we'll find a way to get rid of these curses. But until then, looks like we're taking the long way around. Here's a chest. Let's go ahead and open it and see what we find. More scrolls. Build door scrolls. citrine, and these guys. The Embark. It seems like potions of a sort that give you different bonuses to your stats. But so far, I'm not really too interested in them. I feel like that always happens to me. I kind of put off using my potions and whatnot until I absolutely have to, and I just hoard them up instead. But I do believe that we can then craft them once we've picked them up, so I'm still going to pick them up at least once to get the ability to craft them. I'm also going to mine these little nodes out. I believe they each have precious gems in them. So stone and azurite. We'll check over here and see if there's anything on this side. The little statues that I picked up, I believe those each open a chest in each area. It gives you some sort of special reward. Oh, it looks like here's another one. The beehive, that's definitely something we want. It gives us glazed meat skewers, fruit salad, and the miner's helmet, which you can tell I already have on, as I made this character and messed around on another server just to kind of get a feel for the game and kind of get an idea of what I needed to get started. So I did, and as you travel from server to server, you keep what is in your inventory at the time when you travel. So that's a pretty neat thing, and it gave me kind of a head start on this server. That is, I forgot to tell you, the settings for the server are just the standard settings, and we are playing on the campaign mode. So that's why we have all the quests to find the different locations, and there's a possibility of a few other people joining me from time to time in multiplayer. But for right now, it's just me. That bear did a bit of damage to our armor. We'll have to make sure we repair that as soon as we get back to the base. Ah, and look here what I missed the first time. Wizard's Mark. Definitely want to grab that up. And we are at early evening. I think we'll be okay to explore a little bit further. Gold ore. Gonna need a stronger pickaxe for that as well, so the sooner we can get the blueprint to unlock this next pickaxe, the better, as it seems there are a lot of resources that we are going to be needing it for. Now, what I found that is pretty nice is the map is actually shared between all players on the multiplayer server. So if I go and explore an area and find, start a little camp, then that will be marked for everyone else to be able to find, which is pretty nice. And let's go up here and see what resource we have up here. Adamant. Ooh. Not sure what we're going to use that for, but that definitely seems like it's going to be important for us to have in the future. Okay, we got another cave bear up here. We might try and avoid him if we can. as long as it's not spiders. Ooh, parsnips. We can now make roasted parsnips. That's nice. And we're gonna go ahead and rebuild the statue. There we go. Alright, 1 point for the steel battle axe, which is what I'm currently using. Let's see if we can't get over here and see how many stone we need to okay, we have enough. Let's go ahead and rebuild this. And that looks like it's some coal over there. Ooh, another armor piece, the Erebor City Watch helmet. Okay, it is twilight, so I say we're gonna go ahead and head back to that small forward base that I've built and spend the night there. And I'm sure that I'm going to get very lost and very turned around in this mine area, as I started to do in my test server. So bear with me, I'm sure I will get lost more than once. Until you reach this mine area, the first 2 areas are fairly linear. And so I decided to hold off until we reached the Elven Quarter to build our kind of first larger base. There just really wasn't a whole lot of different resources in the first starting area. So I just thought it best to kind of speed through there and get to the next area.
Quiet. I see prey ahead.
Now I believe in the bottom right corner you see the little icon there that's pulsating. I believe if we make too much noise or mine too much, it will draw a horde to us. So we have to be mindful of that while we're down here in the mine area. Now I believe in the Elven Quarter, it tells you that the orcs avoid the Elven Quarter. So I believe that you won't be able to trigger the horde event there, though our base has been attacked a couple times. But it seems like in the base raids that the goblins are more of the low tier that you can take out fairly easily. They just send a larger amount at you. Alright, that took a minute to load in, but we're gonna run back to our base. We're gonna cook up some food real quick, and then we are going to place our bedroll and sleep through the night. So we're gonna go ahead and just make, we need to build the table. The camp meal table. We're just gonna go ahead and place it right here, kind of in the center. And now we can go ahead and cook our food. And I'm not sure if they give you different buffs, but we're gonna go ahead and just make the roast meat. While we're waiting on that to finish, we're gonna go ahead and place our bedroll, and we'll just come over here and place it in the corner, and then we'll just clear out some of this furniture here. Oh, that one little box there doesn't seem to want to break. There we go. And we'll take the wood scraps with us. There we go. And our food's ready. So we're going to go ahead and eat. And then we're going to sleep through the night. Alright, dawn is at hand. So we're going to go ahead and make something to eat. Let's go ahead and do the mushroom stew. And we'll come over here, and with the iron ore that we collected, or the stone that, oh, it takes stone. Okay, well, we're not going to do that for you now then. We also have to keep an eye out for black diamonds. The map stone, I believe that's going to be what allows us to fast travel between locations. So as soon as this mushroom stew is ready, we'll get ready and head back out into the mine, see if we can't get a little bit further. Okay. Alright, that gave us almost a full health bar. And I also do have these dried fruits. They are going to allow us to have a little bit of healing, and they also do give us a fair amount of food as well. So we have that to use just in case we need to. So I think this time we're going to try and head back this way and see if there was any other areas that we could mine out and dig into. If not, we're going to head down those stairs and see what we can find down there. I would definitely like to be able to find all of those blueprints. And it looks like we do have orcs nearby. Yeah. As I said, I'm gonna get very turned around in this area of the mines, so. I believe it was through this section here where we found those two statues and the cave bear. So as soon as that loads in, we're gonna run into there. I should have filled up my keg before we left to get that buff. But here you can see all of my different stats. Oh, and we're loaded in, so let's go ahead and head through.
We got orcs!
Oh, there we go. There's our goblins.
I hear something.
It seems like some of these weaker orcs, my attack does stun them pretty well. These guys really don't seem to give me too much trouble. We're gonna pretty easily take care of them. Oh, double kill. Nice. Very nice. Okay. There's a chest up there we could go up and grab. I can't jump quite that high, so we're gonna climb up here, and then we'll jump over. Climb up here and see what's in our chest. A lore tome, some iron ingots, and an increased stamina buff. That's the first time I've grabbed one of those, so now we'll actually be able to craft that at the workbench. Very nice. Okay, let's keep going this way. Now, I do believe that these maps are procedurally generated whenever you start your campaign. So it will be different whenever you join a new server. Looks like that's not going anywhere. It looks like there is some kind of ore up there. I can't tell what it is from down here. Possibly gold, which we can't dig yet anyways, so we're gonna hold off on that. That looks like that might be more of the same over there. Let's see what this up here is. Iron ore, so we'll go ahead and mine this out a little bit, and we'll sing.
This gifted pearl from my true love, this gifted pearl from she shall keep me bound till my demise, though she'll be sailing free.
It seems like there aren't a whole lot of different songs that he sings, but I still enjoy it nonetheless. Whenever I'm digging these out, I always try to dig upward, just so I can make little shelves to kind of climb up higher on and get to the top of these things. Now, I have found that sometimes when you're mining these out, just by the way that it kind of hits all of the rock in an area around your pickaxe, sometimes it does leave little floating rocks instead of like dropping them once you've knocked them all out. And I've been trying my best to avoid it just because I don't like the look of just the random little pieces of rock everywhere just floating. But sometimes it's kind of hard to, like right there, we've got one. And it's just hard to kind of get your cursor right on it when it's just that small. There we go. Oh, we actually got that one. Nice. Got all the iron out of this deposit here. I'm just going to go ahead and grab up the rest of this rock as well. The days in this game seem like they go by very quickly. So that's kind of what influenced me to build another smaller base out here in the mine so I wouldn't have to run as far, just because I felt like a lot of the day was being wasted just running back and forth between the mine and my other location back at the forge. And I think this here is going to be coal. Yep. So, sometimes you can kind of see where it breaks off into another room. So it looks like we may have gotten all the major chambers here. I'm sure there's other things that we could have missed. But we're going to go ahead and head down that tunnel shaft and see what we can find down there. I know back in this area, there's another path as well, so we'll have to go in that direction sometime as well. We'll see if we can even, if the stairs are intact, to make it down here or not. There we go. Seems like sometimes he has a little bit of a hard time grabbing onto those ladders. Okay, there we go. I didn't really want to just jump down there, as we are going to need some way to get back up once we make it down here. A little bit of a jump, no falling damage from that. Oh, there's another of the statues. I haven't found the chest for this one yet, so I'm not quite sure where we're going to be placing those. Iron ore. That might be gold again. Oh, bat droppings. Where is that? Okay, I definitely hear someone. Where they're coming from, I don't know yet.
Something's sneaking about.
Not sure what's going on. Oh, there we go. It just wasn't loading. I'm wondering if this is just a tunnel.
Rakas! Shahara!
Oh, interesting. Bats. Oh, there's one. Definitely would be easier to target if I had arrows for my bow. Not very strong, though. Oh. Well. Let's see. Oh, this just took us back around to where we were. So, the bats must have... I wonder if they just spawned in, because I didn't see them here earlier. Okay. Well, we did get some droppings, so that's good. Let's head this way. Go ahead and dig through here. I have a feeling this is where the goblins are going to be.
There's something out there. Dwarves are back.
Oh, yep. There they are. That was unfortunate. Oh.
Got away. Whatever.
Oh, there's quite a few of them now. I'm glad we took care of those bats. Try and just draw them in one at a time. Keep this big guy down. There we go. Ooh, I need to quickly eat some of this. Didn't realize I had taken that much damage. Yeah, those big guys do pack quite a punch. Oh, I do have a dash attack.
That's all you got?
Oh, another one. There we go. Looks like that's all of them for now. Oh, no, there's still more over there. Looks like there's a whole camp of them. Let me go ahead and take their flag down. That should give me a key to open their chest. And take them out.
I hear something.
Okay, well. Let's grab the key, see what's in the chest. A coin. Ooh, a black diamond. That is good. Oh, and we unlocked a recipe for the first age pickaxe. So that's probably going to be our next upgrade. It is getting to be late afternoon. We're probably going to want to head back soon, and this time I think we're going to head back all the way to our main base. Since our equipment is so damaged, I'm a little bit paranoid about being ambushed by a horde that's drawn from me running around or mining. So I think I'm gonna head back to our small base and we're gonna rest up, and then we will head back in the morning to the main base location. Now, if we can just climb back up here. I was slightly worried that there wasn't going to be a ladder system to be able to reach back to the top if I jumped all the way down here. So we may not have to eat this evening, as it seems that our eating all those dried fruits to keep our health up has really filled us up as well. Okay, Twilight, we really need to go back. I believe it was this way. Now I did notice that when I went down, the map did not like transfer onto another level. So that might definitely confuse me a little bit there. Oh! That spider kind of just spawned in. Let's kind of get back, because we are taking damage. We're gonna try and make it past these guys. Oh, this was not the right way. Okay. Seems I don't quite remember which way it was. Was it through here instead? Maybe. Let's see if we can't kill this guy without getting killed. Okay. The spiders definitely do pack a punch, and they do poison you. So, okay, it was not this way. We'll find our way back. do that? I can't cancel it. I was trying to grab that instead. There we go. Must have been this tunnel that leads us back. Yes, I believe this is the way. And just in time, too. It's starting to be dusk. So it will definitely be nighttime soon. Give this a moment to load in here. We could go ahead and look at our crafting. Can we see that from here? Recipes. Recipe list. Forge. First age pickaxe, steel ingot, bronze ingot, black diamond,
I see
and
prey ahead.
Ubosum wood. So we have not found the Ubosum wood yet. So that will be the next thing we'll have to find in order to build to make our pickaxe. Give it a moment to load in here. I guess we could also look at our recipe for this. Oh, so okay, we can't see the recipe for those yet, but we can see how many we've collected of each of them. So we only need one each for the ringmail and the helmet. And I believe it was like 2 more for some of the weapons and tools. I think it's a kind of interesting system how when you pick up the resource that you need to craft something or you build those statues, that's what gives you the actual blueprint that you need to make each item. I'm also curious, I believe there's something like 5 other crafting stations that I haven't found yet. I think one of them is the dye workbench where you grind up the precious gems in order to make different dyes to color your armor. And I think one of them was a rune workbench where you can put different runes onto your weapons to give them different stat increases. So that would be 2 of them. So I'm curious to see what the other 3 might be.
I hate this.
We got orcs!
I'd also be curious to see if there's gonna be a better version of like the stone walls and floors that I can build later on. Because right now I just have the basic one stone wall and floor. And it'd be interesting to see if there are just different designs or better versions of those that I can build with different resources later on. Okay, we're almost back up here, which didn't really take much time at all. These guys always seem to be waiting for us here. Not gonna worry about tracking him down, so we're just gonna head back over here to the base. And as you can see, that little icon down in the bottom right hand corner has disappeared, so I'm assuming here we can't be attacked by hordes. But yet I heard a goblin, so maybe they still have patrols in the area. I cleared out the camps. I'm assuming that once you clear them out once and destroy their little flag that they have in the center of the base, that they no longer spawn there. Now it seems like there's always a cave bear that spawns here. I'm assuming this is like a little cave bear den, but he's never really much of a problem. We just kind of skip around him. I did try to take the pickaxe and see if I could destroy his little den, but it didn't seem like that was possible. So we're gonna run in here. Alright, first thing I wanted to do, see if I had enough to brew any more this evening ale, and I do. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna drop off the bat dung, the parsnips, all of our food related stuff, and also our hides. Okay. We're gonna come over here. I love the fact that whenever you have chests in your base, whatever resources you put into those chests, you can then use whenever you're building things or crafting items, which makes it very nice. Actually, I'm going to hold on to those because I can put them in our stands over here. So let's run over and do that real quick. Now it seems like you only really need to craft one set of each armor. Unless you have multiple people, of course, because your armor weapons is all repaired by metal scraps, which are incredibly easy to find and are pretty much everywhere. So you don't really have to worry too much about losing the equipment that you have on. And we're going to go ahead and repair this. Okay. And we could go ahead and craft... Didn't grab any of the copper ore. Let's hold off on crafting any of those yet until we see what all we are going to craft. Now, we do have some time. There's the animals keep spawning in here. I'm not sure if it's because my hearths are... there's an area where they're slightly not overlapping, or if it's just because they just always spawn in this area, or if it'll stop when I build more, but we'll try and figure that out in the future. Yeah, there were a couple items I missed, so let's go ahead and drop those off in our food chest over here. I sometimes forget that it sometimes drops items into your hotbar instead of always placing them in your inventory area there. Let's go ahead and check out as well. Make sure we didn't miss any of those crafting recipes that we just got. so it looks like at tier 2 you are going to have a couple different options. So far it seems like each weapon is progressively better, so you start off with the sword and then you get the spear, which is a tier 2 piercing, which I really enjoy, just because you have a multi-thrust as your power attack, your heavy attack, and it's really good to be able to kind of get into a choke point and be able to cut off the enemy. Now I think I did want to come back up to this area up here, I believe it was, because that was where I got the cranberries at. Also, I wanted to see real quick if we have the resources to build, yeah, that's the ink grinder. If we have the ability to build this. Now there's a little icon on it that looks like it's like a sun icon, and I'm wondering if that's telling me how much sunlight it's getting. So obviously in here it's not, it wouldn't be getting any really. So I'd be curious if I ran out into one of the open areas where the sunlight's shining on the floor, if then it would be full, and if it would then give me more resources from building it out, like out in this area in the center. Which, if it does, I would like to place a little farm area down here so we can start growing our own crops. Let's see if this bear is going to follow us or not. He's thinking about it. Yeah, it looks like he's locked onto us, so we're going to go ahead and just kill him.
I need a better weapon for this.
Let's try and get some health back, or some stamina back. They hit fairly hard, but they don't really, they're not really all that fast. They're pretty easy to kind of kite around and wait till your stamina refills. Alright, now let's go ahead and pull back out our farm here. And yeah, so it looks like the sun is full. So I'm assuming that it's going to actually... Now here it isn't. So it looks like right there is the best spot for it. So I'm going to go ahead and come back here and see if I can... Now, did I have... Okay, so we're going to run back here and see if we can grab some coal. And then we're going to place down our farm plot. Now I believe we have to build this field post first, which is basically the hearth for the farms. It allows you to build in the area around it. Now one complaint I've had, and I don't know, maybe it's just me not being able to see it, but it seems like I couldn't tell the area around the hearth that it was covering until I placed it. After I placed it, then I could see the area that it covered. But before then, I was having a hard time seeing it. Which made it a little difficult when placing all those hearths down in that large area. So I'm sure there's areas that I missed, and that might be the reason the animals are still spawning there, but we'll see. And if I was smart, I would have grabbed seeds or whatever I can use to plant in here, but I did not think about it. So we'll go out here first and we'll place these down, and then we'll run back and see if we have any seeds that we can plant in them. So I want to grab this out first. I also didn't grab the bat droppings, which would have been smart, but So it looks like right about there is the cutoff. So I'm gonna come right about here and place that flag down. The field post. There we go. And let's see, let's just put him like that. Alright. And then if I had grabbed those bat droppings and the seeds, then we can place those crop plots down. And that will be good, because then we'll be able to hopefully grow the cranberries and the oats that we need to do the brewing, and we'll also be able to grow cabbages and whatnot that we can use for cooking. Mushrooms, maybe. So let's just grab those for now. So we'll have the oats, the cabbage, and the cranberries. That's probably all. Well, we can try and grab some thyme. I think it takes 6 bat droppings, so we'll be able to build 3 farm plots for now, until we go back down in the mines and get some more. And hopefully the bear out here doesn't mess with our farm plots. That would be unfortunate. So let's go ahead and grab that. And see, now after I've placed it, now you can kind of see the area that it covers, which I feel like I could definitely not see that before. But let's go ahead and we'll place one there, and one here. I just placed them over here because I thought, that kind of looks like it's actually soil, so I'll just stick them over there to look nice. Now we'll come over here. Oh, and it does give us an option of what to plant. Average growth time on cranberries, fast growth on the oats, and slow growth on the cabbage, fast growth on the thyme seed. I'm gonna plant the thyme seed first because I don't know what that is used for. And then I'm also gonna plant the cranberries and the oats. And we'll see how much we and the bear is back again. Well, I guess this is a good chance to see if he bothers our plots, which doesn't look like he is for now. So that's good. We'll also see how long it takes for these guys to grow. So, that's not bad. Nice little farm, and we'll definitely be looking to grab more of the bat dung. So that way we can enlarge our farm and get more of those seeds growing. And it is nice that we kind of can just plant the seed, and we don't have to actually have a seed to plant. We can just plant the plant itself. Okay, now we do have a little bit of stone left on us. So we can come in here and kind of just work on a little bit more of the building. Put up some more walls and whatnot. So this area here is obviously going to be the kitchen. And then if you come around here, right now I have the beds there for the moment. That's very odd. It's a floating barrel. But up here, I was thinking of building the bedrooms. So come up these stairs here, and this is where we're gonna have the bedrooms at. So I was just starting to kind of wall this in so we could continue more on that. Just because it is late afternoon already, and there's no sense in going back to the mines. Now, I did build those pillars underneath to add some more stability to this, but it doesn't look like it's helped all that much, to be honest. It definitely helped with the floor, but I'm curious. Oh, it didn't collapse right away, so that's good. So we're gonna go ahead and just put that in there. And I was a little bit off with my placement on this one, but I think we'll just wait and fix that at a later date. And I also did want to kind of put a wall here and have this as like a small balcony where you can walk out on and like look down over the battlements. But let's go ahead and put this wall in first. And we're just gonna let that click in with that. I really like that the building pieces can mesh into one another. I've just played a lot of games where you're going to place your building and you can't terraform the ground, and your building pieces don't mesh, and it just won't let you build there, and that just kind of is very frustrating at times. But I love that you can actually let them mesh in together. Now, I haven't messed with any of the roof pieces, so this is a tall roof piece, which would go here on the corner. And does it click in? It does. Let's see what other... So this is a tall, thin roof piece, and it looks like it's just like one section of it. And then this is, so this is just actually shorter. I think we're gonna go with the shorter one because this section of the building is already so high. So we're gonna go ahead and plop that in there. And then we want to go with, I guess, just roof here. And we're gonna turn that. And boom, clicks right in. Beautiful. Now let's go out here and take a look and see what it looks like from the outside. Yeah, it's a roof. I kind of wish there was a little bit of overhang, which it doesn't look like I can do at the moment, at least. Now they do have these, but I kind of imagine these to be more for like you're building your mine. You need to get up to a certain area, so you just build your scaffolding up to where the vein is, and then you get to that area. I also missed a piece here, so let's go ahead and plop that in if we can. Get that to snap onto the area, which is kind of hard to tell. That might be it right there. Yep, looks good. Alright, let's go back up here, and we'll probably need the regular wall piece. Or the regular roof piece, I mean. And I wonder, is there a... just a center piece that goes up? Because this is sloped to be the outside, so it's going to go along the edge like this. If I can get to click in the right spot. There we go. That one was a little sensitive. The rest have gone on pretty well. There we go. And then let's go ahead and put the corner piece on. Just so that way we know where we have to mash the other piece in. Ooh, could I have put that out like that? Possibly. But that's okay. Because that would have given me a little bit of an overhang, I'm thinking. just snap that onto there. I kind of think that the corner piece isn't in the right location now that I look at it. Yeah, it definitely sticks in more than that one does, doesn't it? Yeah, we might have to demolish this one and rebuild it. There we go. And I think it gives us like half the resource back. It gave me 3. It required. Oh no, it gave me the full amount back, so that's nice. So it should. Right there? No, that can't be right. Right? This one's giving me a little bit of trouble. It's definitely the right corner. Right there, maybe. Let's go down and take a look at it. And it is nighttime, so we'll go ahead and shut the door in our face. Let's go ahead and come down here and take a look at it from the floor. And then we'll go ahead and eat and rest for the night. We'll probably have to end up killing this guy, just because he's right in our way. And his buddy's gonna come over and get killed as well. Alright. So let's see. Was it entirely necessary to put the roof on there? No, not at all. But it kind of makes it feel more complete. I might eventually end up knocking that little short wall out and kind of just walling that in as well. And taking that in closer to line up with this corner piece here. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that looks from down here. So let's go ahead and make something to eat, and then we will rest for the evening. So let's go ahead. Ooh, that's what we make with the honey. So you know what? Let's go ahead and just make that. Takes a minute and a half. Let's see if our... Okay, so it is ready. We can fill up our keg, which it looks like it didn't fill it up all the way, but that's okay. What's kind of cool is you can pull this out, and then you can hold down left click, and you sing a little bit of a song.
Old Elga in the evening leaned up against the keg. A fella tried to trip her, so she stabbed him in the leg. One hand around the tankard, the other up to wail. She was fit to fight most anyone after 18 pints of ale.
And that does give you a little high spirits buff, and then you can just take a little swig. And that's also gives me determined, a brew that boosts your energy for a short amount of time. And we're gonna go ahead and actually just eat one of these cranberries just to give us a little bit of food, and it didn't really give us anything. Let's eat one of these cabbages. There we go. Just because we're starving while we're waiting for our food to finish. But we're gonna come over here, and our food should pop on. We're gonna go ahead and eat that glazed meat skewer, nice and steaming, and it did fill us up all the way. It didn't give us any kind of buff or anything, but that's okay. So far, I don't think the foods have given me any kind of buff, but it looks like when we moved down to the other base and slept the night, it claimed us to that one and unclaimed this one, so we're gonna go ahead and claim back, and then we are gonna sleep through the night. Alright guys, well I think that's where we're gonna call it for today. Next time we'll head back down into the mine, see if we can't build some more of the statues and unlock more of the blueprints. We're gonna look for that wood that we need to make the next level of pickaxe, and see what we can find down in the mine. Sleeping with that other buff did give us a traveler's buff. Woke up ready for an adventure, no cost of fast traveling for a long time. Okay, so we'll have to look into that as well. Alright guys, until next time, thanks for watching.